the warriors of the Tanyan continent are respected, and the warriors holding the sun and the moon to gather the stars, splitting the sky and earth to cultivate magical powers. It is a unique world. Therefore, the Tanyan mainland sect forces are all over the world. Yunling Zongi, nearly 10,000 disciples under this sect, and has huge unique power. While looking at the servants taking the things up from the stairs, people talks with each other. Is Yunlin Zong going to have big event? And the soldier says to the servant, hurry up. Half month later is a day for eldest lady to be overwhelmed. You can't afford to delay the process. After that, the soldier says to his partner, I'm waiting for the eldest lady to marry into Lin family. Yunlin Zong can be said to have become a real first-class power. The Lin family is backed by the Great Yan sect and has a great family business. Young Master Lin is one of the few geniuses in our entire Dane County. Then the other soldier replies, well, now it is number one. After that, they say the Qin family, which was still dominant half a month ago, was destroyed by Lin family in an instant. Even the master of the Qin family, who was known as the number one in Dane County, was abolished. Suddenly one of them notices something and asks, who is that? They see someone standing in front of them. One of the soldier asks the other, who is it? Isn't this our young master Qin Nan Qin? Then his partner replies, I don't know what the former Dane County master doing here. After that, the strange guy starts stepping up. Then he reaches to the top and the guard stops him and says, stinky boy, don't make trouble here. But he don't listens to the guard and moves forward. While looking at him, the guard thinks, is this kid looking for death? After that, the other guard asks him, what do you think? You are the genius who broke through the 4th level of body refining at the age 16, and says, you are just cripple who has lost your cultivation. After that, the guard hits his stomach with his knee and tells him to get out of here. Then he gets up and says, I come here to ask for a burning heaven sword. After listening to that, the guard gets angry and punches him so hard that he falls down. Then the guard tells him to get out and don't come to our Yunlin sect to find burning heaven sword. After that, he gets up and says, Yun Binglin, get out here. If you don't return my Qin family's burning heaven sword, I Qin Nan will never leave, even if I die here. While listening to him, the guard says, trash, you dare to call our lady's name directly. Suddenly Yun Binglin says from behind Qin Nan, I'm out, and asks him, what can you do? While looking at Yun Binglin, the guard says, look, miss, come out. Oh my god, she is like a fairy in the sky. Our young lady. No matter her appearance or cultivation level, she is the top existence. Before Qin Nan was abolished, he was barely worthy for Our Lady. But now, he just humiliating himself. After that, Yun Binglin steps in and says, Qin Nan, you are no longer the superior genius. You are not qualified to call my name directly. As for your burning heaven sword, do you really think Yunlin Zong's sect want to keep this kind of sword? After saying that, she throws the sword in front of him. Then he bows down in front of his sword as a respect for it. After that, Yun Binglin says to Qin Nan that, I return the burning heaven sword to you, take it and leave quickly. Now you are a useless person. You are destined to be unable to go with me in this life. After listening to her, he says, 10 years ago, your Yunlin Zong was at dire state. If it weren't for my father to fight back the powerful enemy, how can you be now? Afterwards, your father saw that my Qin family was very powerful and sent you to be my wife. This is ridiculous. My Qin family has taken good care of you in the past 10 years. Even lend our burning heaven sword to your family. Unexpectedly, now that my Qin family has been changed, you not only don't have any help, but you immediately draw a line between us and won't get into trouble. After saying that, he asks her, is this how you repay our kindness? But she doesn't replies him and ignores his words. While looking at this behavior from her, he starts laughing and says, good, Yunlin sect, Yun Binglin, let's see later. My Qin family will not just fall down like this. I took the burning heaven sword. Hold on. From now on, you and I have nothing between us. After that, he suddenly notices something. He sees that someone broke his sword with his attack. Then the guy who broke his sword says, whoops, how could this burning heaven sword be so fragile? Is this broken? While looking at his broken sword, Qin Nan says, you hurt my father and destroyed my Danshan. And now you break my Qin family's treasure. If I, Qin Nan, do not die here, I will crush you into pieces. Then Lin Qinfeng says, I didn't expect your boy to be abolished by me. And he was still alive and well. After that, Lin goes close to Yun Binglin and says, it seems like I need to give you more reason, so you will be like your trash dad, lying on the bed and not getting out of the bed. While leaving, Qin Nan says, since the burning heaven sword has returned to the Qin family, the Qin family and the Yunlin Zong have been separated from each other, and they have been cut apart. Since then, we have been enemies. While looking at him leaving, Lin asks Qinfeng, asks Yun Binglin, you want to let go this kid? And says people say that they will never die. Then she replies, what is there to fear? He is a cripple. While listening to her, Lin Qinfeng starts laughing and says, that's right, a mere trash, why should we care about it? Qin Nan, how about your outstanding talents? There are so many geniuses nowadays in this world, and the power behind warrior are the most precious. And you don't know, just recently I have broken through to 5th level body refining. Meanwhile, walking in the forest, he thinks, Dad, I'm sorry I didn't protect our Qin family's treasure, and also starts crying, while his tears falls on the broken sword. Something mysterious happens, someone says from behind. The man does not flick when he has tears, but he is not sad. Burning the sky and boiling blood, Shura Taoism kills all of them. While listening to that, Qin gets shocked. Then mysterious man tells him, boy, I'm Qin Zhang, I should be your ancestor. After listening to that, Qin Nan says, come out, don't pretend to be fools. Even if my Qin family is weak, you can't humiliate us. If you brave, come out and fight me. Then while listening to that, Qin Zhang laughs and says, since you want to see this old man will come out to see you. After that, he suddenly reveals himself and says, kid, hurry up, call me ancestor. Then he asks him, are you really our Qin family ancestor, Qin Zhang? After listening to that, Qin Zhang slaps him and says, you stupid brat. Then he greets him by saying, I Qin Nan, a disciple of the Qin family, greet the ancestor, and says, I once heard my grandpa mentioned that a peerless talent appeared in our Qin family years ago. This person is invincible in the world, killing and cutting decisively. Just like Shura, the world has never changed its color. It seems that after the death of Ancestor, a trace of soul was possessed on the burning heaven sword. After listening to him, Qin Zhang says, yes, you brat has a very good root and good seed for cultivation. And your heart is tenacious, and the most importantly, you met with grieving woman. Then Qin Nan asks him, what does the ancestor mean? After listening to him, Qin Zhang says, burn the sky and boil the blood, Shura, fill all the beast in the world. Brat, do you know what I relied on the world 10,000 years ago? Sword art burning heaven, sword art Shura. I will only demonstrate this Shura sword art once. Make sure you see and learn this one. While listening to his ancestor, Qin Nan says, this sword art is a heavenly rank. No, I know it is not only heavenly rank, maybe even a god rank. Then Qin Zhang says, brat, the Qin family's bloodline is almost scarce in your generation, and today this ancestor will replace your blood. Our Qin family is the descendant of the supreme Shura, and magical power contained in the power of blood is enough to make you reach the pinnacle of this world. After that, he feels the power in all over his body. Then his ancestor says, brat, this old man has changed your blood. How far you can go in the next martial arts journey depends on your own good fortune. After saying all that, Qin Zhang disappears. While looking on his body, Qin Nan thinks, is it an illusion? He sees that he got good muscles in his body. After that, he feels that it's not an illusion, and starts punching in air and feels the power with his rage. Then while seeing his sword, he thinks, what is this? Burning heaven sword, I have this sword mark. After that, he hits the sword on ground and sees that his sword have made crack on the ground and divided the ground in two parts. While looking at this, he thinks sword Kai is released. This is the realm of fifth heaven of body refining. Body refining is divided into four realms, namely refining, entrance, distraction, and becoming freshman. Each realm is divided into 9 layers. I used to practice martial arts at the age of 3, and at the age of 16, I achieved the 4th level body refining, equivalent to martial arts cultivation. The cultivation techniques in this world are also divided into 4 realms: mortal stage, mystic stage, heavenly stage, and god stage. Previously, the top martial skill of my Qin family was only the 5th level of the common rank, and this Shura sword art, I am afraid that it has already entered the god rank. Only with the cultivation base of 5th heaven body refining, I can produce such great power. Human Zong, Lin family, wait for me, I Qin Nan will definitely kill all of you. I am now in the middle of recuperation. I still have to return to Qin's house. Meanwhile, later he listens someone asking for help. He sees the girl saying to a guy, do you know who I am? I'm outer disciple of Fire School. You guys should start running now if you don't want to be killed by my master. Then the guy says to her, little girl, we know you're lying. Fire School is wealthy and famous. How can the outer disciple wear poor clothes? After that, the other one tells her, I'm master of Lin family. Let down your defenses. I promise I'll make you feel good. Then his servant says to him, wait, master. What if she is really the disciple of Fire School? Then his master Lin, who replies, look at her. How can outer disciple wear that clothes? Besides, even if she is telling the truth, so what? My elder brother Lin can Feng, soon he'll become the inner disciple of Fire Sect. What are you afraid of? While listening to them, Qin Nan thinks what he is from Lin family. Then Lin Hu says to Qin Nan, you idiot. How dare you attack me? Do you know who I am? I'm Lin Hu, 3rd son of Lin family. Lin Qinfeng, the most talent martial art in Fire County, is my elder brother. Now kneel and beg for mercy, and I may let you live. After that, the girl tells Qin Nan, I am outer disciple of Fire Sect. If you help me, you will be rewarded after I get back to my sect. Then he says, give me 1,000 coins and I'll kill him for you. As the disciple of Fire Sect, you should be able to pay. After listening to that, Lin Hu says, trash. You want to kill me? Are you dumb? Trashy, I already level 3 of body training. My punch can destroy rock. While looking at his move, Qin Nan says, just a low-level move technique. Then he dodges his move and says, 2,000 silver yuan, I'll help you kill him. After that, Lin Hu says, trash, you really pissed me off, and starts using his magical power. While looking at his master, Lin Hu's servant says, wow, it's the heart-stopping strike. Lin Hu is indeed talented. He actually has mastered such a high-level strike at a young age. After that, while attacking, Lin Hu says, no one can dodge my heart-stopping strike. And while listening to him, he laughs and again says to the girl, 3,000 silver coins and I will help you. Then the girl replies, okay, deal. After that, Qin Nan goes to attack him with his sword, and Lin Hu tries to protect him with his heart palm strike. While attacking, Qin Nan asks Lin Hu, do you think your heart palm strike is more powerful than my Shura sword techniques? Then he jumps and cut Lin Hu's neck with his sword. This was so fast that Lin Hu didn't even able to recognize it. After looking his master dead, Lin Hu's servant starts begging for his life and says, don't kill me. I'm just a servant, please. Then Qin Nan replies, just get lost, I will not kill you. While looking at his moves, the girl thinks, what is that sword techniques? I never heard of anyone who could use such a ferocious techniques in Fire County. After that, Qin Nan asks her, hey, where is my 3,000 silver yuan? She replies, I don't have money on me now. Then he asks her, are you trying to fool me? She replies, I am Lady of City and the disciple of Fire Sect. I would never fool you. I came out and rushed this time and didn't brings any money. And says, you just come with me. Let's go to my house and I'll give you money. After listening to her, he laughs and says, don't bother. Do you really think that life of a trash like Lin Hu is worth 3,000 silver yuan? I was just messing with you. After that, he goes to Lin Hu's body and steals all the items he had. Then he asks the girl, what are you looking for? Is there something on my face? She replies, no, with embarrassment. Then he says, these are nice clothes. I should not have torn them. I have nothing to wear. While listening to him, the girl thinks this man is so handsome and strong, but why he just like a beggar? After that, he leaves. And while leaving, he tells her, you should work hard on your cultivation after you get back to sect. As a disciple of Fire Sect, you bring shame upon your sect. After that, she asks his name, but he leaves without replying. Then she shouts, I'll give you 3,000 yuan. Ning Royan will never be in debt. After that, she thinks he just killed a body training level 3 with one move. This is rare. I'll ask my father to look you up after I get back home. And how dare you call me a shame? Meanwhile, in City of Sword at Mansion Lord City, the housekeeper tells his master that my lord, our lady is back. After listening to him, he gets shocked and asks him what? Lady is back. Then Ning Royan enters and says, father, I'm back. While looking at her, he starts crying and says, you spent 10 years in Fire Sect and finally you are back. After that, she tells him, father, Fire Sect has strict rules. I couldn't disobey them. The elder made an exception and allowed me to go back this time. Then her father replies, all right, it's so good to have you back. After that, Ning Royan tells him, father, I came across a man from Lin family on my way home. He tried to insult me, and a martial artist saved me from him, or else I, your daughter, would be dead. After listening to that, he gets angry and says, Lin family dared to hurt my daughter. Then he says, wait, and asks her, you spent 10 years in Fire Sect and you still couldn't beat a man from Lin family. Was the man an elder from Lin family or did he drug you? Then she replies, his name was Lin Hu, and says, father, why do you care about my cultivation? I almost died. After that, he says, okay, I'll ask them later. Well, you said a martial artist saved you. Who was he? We have to send our appreciation. After that, she replies, I don't know his name, but I know he is from the City of Sword. He is around 16 years old. He has dashing eyebrows and shiny eyes. He has sword carved with a mark like fire lotus. His sword skill is extraordinary. Even I couldn't see the level of his sword. After saying that, she asks him, father, do you have any idea who he is? Then his father thinks, mark of fire lotus. I sent it the emblem of Qin family. Around 16 or 17 years old, could it be Qin Nan? This is impossible. I got the news about Qin Nan cultivation is destroyed. He became a trash. How could he save my daughter? Now that his cultivation was not destroyed, Qin family sword techniques only in level 2 will not surprise Yuner so much. I'm afraid there should be someone else. Maybe he is talent disciple from strong sect. After thinking that, he says, I can't figure things out for now, but I'll send someone to look for it. You should go and have some rest. Then she replies, okay, father, I'll go rest first. Meanwhile, in Mansion Qin, after looking at Qin Nan coming back, Qin Luan says, hey trash, you really are a troublemaker. I'll teach you a lesson on my father's behalf. Before that, I just had to go to a few women and let them conceive. This little thing was whipped by this Qin Nan, and every day was fleshy, as he is now a crippled. I am going to revenge. Qin Nan, your father messed with Lin family. Now, Qin family has collapsed. You got in trouble with Blue Cloud sect. You and your father trying to put the Qin family in danger again. Even though you're part of Qin family, you've brought us so much shame. After listening to him, Qin Nan says, my father was the head of Qin family for 30 years. He made this family stronger. You weren't there when he needed help. Now that he's in trouble, you all step away and blame him. How dare you call yourself a member of Qin family? How dare you insult my father and me? Since your first name is Qin, I won't kill you today. I'll cut one of your arm off to warn the other." After saying all that, he suddenly cuts Qin Luan's arm with his sword. While looking at his arm, Qin Luan gets shocked and says, "Qin Nan, your cultivation is recovered. You cut off my arm. My father will kill you." After that, Qin Nan goes inside the mansion and says, "No one can kill me." There he sees Qin Kan Elder. While looking at him, he thinks he's sitting on seat of the head family. He clearly want to take control Qin family. Then Qin Kan says, "Qin Nan, how dare you come back? You and your father insisted on giving the Sword of Fire to Blue Cloud sect, and you ignored my objection. Now, Blue Cloud isn't showing any appreciation and constantly distresses us." After saying that, he looks at him and thinks he's not carrying the sword. He must have failed. Then he says, "I heard you went to Blue Cloud sect to reclaim the sword. It seems that you failed. You and your father are foolish. You both put the Qin family in danger. What punishment do you think you deserve?" After that, suddenly the guard enters and says, "Elder, there's been an accident. Master Qin Luan lost an arm. Doctor said that it can't be healed." After listening to that, Qin Kan gets angry and says, "Qin Nan, how dare you crippled my son's arm? According to family rules, hurting a family member, you'll be locked up in dungeon." Then he orders the guards to take Oi Nan to the prison and thinks Qin Nan cultivation is destroyed. How could he cut off my son's arm? Did he get his cultivation back? I'll lock him in dungeon and torture him myself until he's tell me everything what happened, and I'll kill him after that. While the guards are trying to take him to the prison, he suddenly rages and shocks everyone with his power. While looking at him, Qin Kan thinks, what? He really restored his cultivation. So what? He was only in level 4 of body training. Also, maybe he has not fully recovered. After that, while attacking, Qin Nan says, according to family rules, you need the approval of all the family member to change the head of family. And here you're sitting at the seat of head family without permission. This is rebellion. According to family rules, you must die. After listening to him, Qin Kan laughs and says, "You can try me. Look at yourself. You think you're enough to kill me." Then Qin Nan says to guards that Qin Kan may have received backup from Lin family. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the guts to take the seat of family head. It's good enough to kill him today. Anyone who tries to stop me is his companion. You guys have two options. One, put down your weapon and surrender, or you all will die with him. Then Qin Kan says to guards, "You become fools who dream of killing me, the rightful head of family. We can't let him live. All of you, kill him now." After listening to Qin Kan, guard starts attacking Qin Nan. Then Qin Nan says, "If that's your choice, then I will not show mercy." And after saying that, he attacks the guard with his rage and kills all of them. While looking at this, Qin Kan gets shocked and thinks he's just a 4th level of body training. How could he kill the guard with only one move? He must be lucky. Besides, I'm in level 6th of body training. How can I be afraid of him? After that, Qin Nan says, "Old man, it's your turn to die." Then Qin Kan replies, "Kid, you're so arrogant. I'm in level 6 of body training. I'm much stronger than you. Today is the day you'll all die." After that, Qin Nan says it's just nonsense, and both of them goes to attack each other with their sword. Their swords collides with each other and a blast happens. After that, Qin Kan sees that his sword is broken and thinks, "Damn it, how can my sword break so easily?" Then Qin Nan says, "My sword of fire is certainly much sharper than yours. Old man, did you really think I had no idea that you've teamed up with Lin family? I've only let you live till today because I thought you would stop in time. But you tried to take over the Qin family. Death will be the last punishment for you." After listening to him, Qin Kan says, "Kid, you were lucky to get Sword of Fire back. However, do you believe you have no chance of killing me?" And then he attacks with his heart palm strike. While looking at him, Qin Nan thinks the technique of Lin families. What a coincidence. I've just practiced it for 2 hours. Let me show you the real power of this heart palm strike. After that, both attacks each other with same move, and Qin Kan gets hit by him and falls down. After that, he says, "What, this is impossible," and asks him, "How can you kill me with that low cultivation?" and suddenly dies. While looking at him, Qin Nan thinks the rebellion of Qin family is now all cleaned up. Meanwhile, later, Qin Nan goes to meet his father. After looking at his father, Qin Nan says, "Father, Elder already died. I killed him. Our Qin family is safe for now." After listening to him, his father gets shocked and asks him, "What? How can you kill him? Is your cultivation recovered?" He replies, "Yes, father," and says it was easy to kill the elder. "My cultivation isn't just recovered. I also broke through to level 5 of body training." Then his father says, "Son, you've reached level 5 of body training at such a young age. You'll bear the hope of our entire Qin family. I've known the rebellion intentions since a long time ago. The elder deserves to die. But now I'm crippled. There isn't much of my cultivation left. I'm an old loser. Since your cultivation has been restored and you've made great progress, I shall let you be the head of Qin family. Our family needs a leader." After listening to his father, Qin Nan gets shocked and says, "Father, you've been the head of Qin family for 30 years. Our family is being pushed aside by Lin family. You're the only one who can lead our Qin family out of this problem. Then his father replies, everyone has to follow the rules of martial artist. The strongest lead the weakest. I've lost my cultivation. I'm no longer qualified to be the head of Qin family. Speeplin Werla, other people will look down on our Qin family later. You're stronger, and you just killed the betrayer of our family, which makes you the most powerful man of our Qin family. You have to become the head of our family. After listening to his father, he thinks, I remember that in the Asura bloodline given to me by ancestor Qin Zheng. There are countless books of martial art techniques and alchemist methods, and in this alchemist method, there is a pill called Marrow Dan, which can treat internal injuries and restore cultivation. If I can make Marrow Dan, father will have a chance to restore his cultivation and stay as the head of Qin family. After thinking all that, he tells his father, I know a Dan that can restore your cultivation, and asks him, if you trust me, would you wait for 3 days, and you can stay as the head of Qin family? If I fail, I'll become the head of Qin family. What do you think, father? After that, his father replies, okay, we will talk about this after 3 days. Then Qin Nan says, thank you, father. I'll go now and find for the ingredients immediately. While looking him leave, his father thinks, my son is a great man. He'll definitely become outstanding in the future. However, Marrow Dan that could cure my internal injuries would be high-class Dan. This kind of pill can't be found on the market. Even the Qin and Lin families don't own Marrow Dan at this level. It's impossible for Qin Nan to get this Marrow Dan in 3 days. Qin Nan will be able to find Marrow Dan to recover his father's cultivation back. What will gonna happen next? To find out, just do like, share, subscribe, and comment down if you want the part 2 of this video as soon as possible.